Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another declutter video. We are going to be decluttering my highlight drawer, which has been a hot minute since I have gone through. I am going to be doing some more declutters here. I've been really inspired actually by Tati. She did like a keeping only 20 eyeshadow palettes video, and I thought it was really fun and very inspiring, and I've been in like full cleaning mode and just kind of purging some stuff out of my collection and just trying to clean up my makeup room because I just have way too much stuff. It's been overwhelming, so I'm really trying to go through all my things, and highlighter is something I used to really love. I always wanted like every single highlighter from every single brand. I just was obsessed when highlighter was really popular like a couple years ago, but now I just don't wear it as much. I have oily skin, so I just have this humongous collection that I'm not even barely reaching. I maybe wear highlight like half the time I do my makeup, so I just really need to go through these. I originally wanted to do like a keeping only 10, but I found out that it was pretty hard to do that, especially as someone who does like to, you know, keep some stuff on hand for reviews and stuff like that. But I think we did pretty good, so I'm gonna share my highlight declutter. We're gonna be ruthless. We're getting rid of a lot. Most stuff I probably will post on my Poshmark, or other stuff will be donated or given to my friends and family. So that is what I do with my declutter stuff. My Poshmark is in the description box, but let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so here is my like powder highlights here. I do have a couple more things that you guys can't see, like my cream, liquid, highlight palettes, and then my loose ones. So let's go through these first. So I'm gonna go ahead and start over here with my Huda Beauty highlights. This is from her Nymph collection. I think this is only on their website, but this is almost like a cream highlight. It's very blinding. I have the shade Luna, and I'll show you guys what this looks like though. It's so pretty. I do think I want to keep this one just because I feel like it's a unique formula, but look how stunning that is. It just looks like your skin is wet and just super glowy. So I do want to hold on to this highlighter. It's fairly new as well, and I really haven't used it as much as I would like. This one I'm gonna declutter. It's also from the Nymph collection. This is in Thea, I believe, and it's their Nymph Kiss Glow Blush. So technically it could be a blush, but it's very, very like shimmery, so I consider it a highlight. This does not look good on my skin tone. I did a video on this as well, but you could see it's very like pinky red tone. I don't even like it as a blush because it's too sparkly. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one and keeping the cream. Next I have two of these Natasha Denona highlights. I think I only need to keep one of these. The Glow has honestly been in my collection for a very long time. I used to love this highlight. I've used it so much. I have a very big dent in there, but I feel like it's kind of gotten a little gross texture-wise. Like there's little bumps in there, and like I said, this is pretty old, so I'm thinking about decluttering it. This is a really nice natural highlight though. I'll do a swatch here. It's so beautiful. But the Super Glow is even more pigmented, and this one is in Fair, and I feel like I do want to hold on to this one, but this is just going to give you that next level, almost icy looking highlight, which I tend to like a little bit more. The original is very natural, but I think I'm going to declutter this one for now, and maybe I'll pick up another one in the future if I can get a good deal on it and get a newer one that isn't so gross looking. So we're going to declutter her, and we'll keep the Super Glow because I love Natasha's highlighters. Next I have this one from Odin's Eye, and this one I think is so fun. It's from the Norns collection, and it's like this multi-marbled color. I'll go ahead and swirl it all together, and then you get more of a gold highlight. Now, I don't know, this color might be a little bit too dark for me, so now I'm kind of rethinking if I really want to keep this at all, even though it's beautiful. I wonder if I can kind of dip into more of the pink. I'm just getting a lot of gold here, so I don't know. I might have to put this in the maybe and come back to it because I'm just not sure what I want to do with this one yet. Next we have the Too Faced Candlelight Glow. I will go ahead and let this go. It's pretty old, honestly. I don't even think they make this anymore. I used to really like this highlighter a lot because it has a really pretty pearly side and then the pink, and I always mix them together. But I think I'm going to say goodbye to this because it's pretty old. Next we have one from Colourpop, and this is the Candy Floss. Now Colourpop has a lot of these Super Shock highlights in their collection, so I don't feel like I need to keep every single one of them. Let me go get my other ones. Okay, so I got my other ones. I have this one, the Your Catch. This was like the first one I fell in love with, but it's like discontinued now. And then I also have the Barbie one, which I also really like, but they're all very similar colors. I definitely don't need all three of these. Let me swatch them. This is Barbie. These are such a pretty formula. They're like creamy. This is Your Catch, the OG. That one's more pearlescent. I can tell that that one used to be my favorite because it's so pretty. And then this is the one from the Candy Floss, like pink collection, which has more like pinky tones in it. This is a hard one, you guys. See, a part of me wants to only keep Barbie because I think that's the only one that's still available, and I feel bad for using stuff that's discontinued. Yeah, I think I am gonna keep the Beach Party one from the Barbie collection. I love the packaging anyway, so I just couldn't get rid of it. So keep that, and since I don't need both of these, I'm gonna declutter the other two from Colourpop. Next up we have this Milk Makeup Flex Highlight. I love this one. This is in Lit. I think I do want to keep it. It's such a beautiful color. Very blinding as well on the skin. I love this one. It has more champagne tones to it. So I think I'm going to definitely have to keep this one. I just think the formula is stunning. This Makeup Revolution one, I think I got it at TJ Maxx. I don't really use this at all, so this can definitely be decluttered. It's the Chocolate Elixir Glow. I also have a Burberry highlight that I got at Nordstrom. It's this really pretty icy pearlescent one. It's called, let's see, White number 1, I guess. And it's just very icy looking. I don't know if I want to keep it. I'll see if it's still available. I might keep it then, but if it's like a limited edition one, I might declutter it. So I did look this one up, and it looks like they don't really carry much Burberry products at all these days. I think I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Next up is Bobbi Brown. I believe I did get this one at a TJ Maxx. It is just their Pink Glow highlight. It is a really pretty highlight, but I have so many that I love even more in my collection, so I am going to declutter the Pink Glow. This Fenty Diamond one, I honestly never use this anymore. This is very glittery. I'll go ahead and swatch so you guys can see. It's just like literally a diamond bomb, as the name is, and you just get a lot of shimmer. I don't know if I want, I don't know. I kind of want to keep this just because I feel like this would be pretty as an eye topper, or even just like as a frosty highlight for the winter season. So for now, I'm going to say keep. I have 3 Ofra highlighters. The first one is the Glazed Doughnut. I am going to declutter this one. It's just a bit much for me. I used to love these icy highlights, but this one is so pigmented. It's just not something I reach for anymore, so I'm going to let that go. We have the Mother Earth one, which I think I'm also going to declutter. This one has a slight green undertone. I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. It's very minimal, like it's barely green, but you can just tell that it's there. It's almost golden looking. I don't really wear this one, so I'm going to also declutter that. But this one is my favorite highlighter from them, the Milk and Cookies. It might be limited edition, but I'm definitely going to keep this one. I have another one too, which I'm not sure where it is, the March Beauty Word highlight. I know that's still in my collection, so that one's going to be a keep. And then the Milk and Cookies is also a keeper for me. It also smells like cookies. Okay, next I have this from Laura Mercier, and this is technically a setting powder, but it is so glowy. It's definitely more of a highlight for me, but I don't think I'm going to go through this like whole package. It'll take me so long. I don't love loose highlighters that much, so I am going to declutter this glow powder. I also have this highlight from Pure and Barbie. Gorgeous packaging, but I think I am going to also declutter this. It's a little bit dark for me. This is the Confident Glow. I kind of mix these two together, but it's very bronzy gold tone that just doesn't look good on my skin, so I'm going to declutter that one. This is a limited edition one from Chanel. I kind of bought some Chanel stuff this year. I usually never do, but this is so stunning, so I do want to hold on to this. I know their stuff is limited and you can't really get it anymore. This is the Pearls de Lumiere, and it's just so beautiful, so I do want to keep this one. It is a little bit dark, but I feel like once I use it on the skin and kind of spread it out, it's not so dark on me, and it's very pretty. I also have this one from Laura Mercier. This is the Rose Glow. I think I will let this one go. I just wasn't too impressed with it. It's okay, but it's more of a soft shimmer, pinky glow, It's pretty, but not something I really gravitate towards, so I will declutter this one. I have this one from Colourpop called Seismic. I think I can declutter this one as well. I think this must have came in one of their like That's Taupe collection maybe. I'm not sure where I got this, but I'm gonna declutter that. This Koki highlight is really pretty. It is more on the drugstore side, so I would like to keep it in my collection. So I do want to go ahead and hold on to the Koki. This is the Gleaming. I will declare this little mini Milani one. I got this as like a free gift or something. It's strobe light, but I really haven't used it at all. And then I have even more Laura Mercier ones. This is just the matte highlight powder. This isn't something I really reach for anymore. It's a very subtle highlight. If you guys want basically like barely any glow, I'm gonna declutter this one. I see this at TJ Maxx all the time. This CoverGirl one is actually very pretty as well. It's the True Blend Super Stunner in Pearl Crush is the name. It looks like this. I'll do a swatch. It's a really pretty one. As you can see, it has like a champagne look to it. A really nice drugstore highlight. I might hold on to that one too. This one from Lancome I've held on for many years. I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. I just don't really get enough use out of it. This is in Shimmering Buff. It's very pretty though, but I just don't use it. This MAC one as well, I bought at TJ Maxx, I think, because it's a very popular shade. This is in Double Gleam, but I don't really like this texture. It's just kind of not as soft as I would like, so I'm going to declutter that. Also, I'm going to declare this Kaleidos one in Ray Rider. I don't know. I think I only swatched this one. I'm not a huge fan of the brand. I just don't think they're very nice. So I like there's some of their eyeshadow palettes, like the Angelica Nifis one, but I don't know. They just haven't treated me very well when I've had exchanges with them. So we're going to declutter that. I do have a bunch of my Becca ones. I have this limited edition Champagne Pop. I think I've only swatched this. It's just hard. I don't know if I want to keep all these Becca things just because I know they're not really a brand anymore. I know Smashbox is going to carry some of their stuff now, but I mean, their highlighters are pretty. Champagne Pop is a classic. I don't think you can get this anymore. I think I'm going to declutter, even though it is stunning. I'm also going to declutter my Rose Quartz. I haven't reached for this in years, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Becca used to be my favorite, but now I just kind of have other highlights I like more. Moonstone, also one that I used to reach for a lot. So I'm going to also declutter that. So I guess I'm going to get rid of all my Becca highlights. This Laura Geller one, I think I'm also going to declutter. I got this at a TJ Maxx or Marshall's in Pixie Pearl. It's a beautiful color, but I don't know, this brand I just don't really gravitate towards. This is what it, oh, this is like loose out of the pan anyway, so that's about to break any day. But it's kind of a thicker texture. I don't think it's as soft as I would like, and I have a lot of colors like that already. I'm also going to declare this one from Estee Lauder, the Bronze Goddess one. I think it's called Heat Wave. This used to be a very popular shade, but this is way too dark for me. I'll go ahead and show you. It's very golden, so I'm going to declutter the Heat Wave. I'm also going to declare this one from OMFG Cosmetics. I don't know, it's kind of a weird shade too. It has a lot of that yellow gold in it. I just don't reach for this. I think I've used it like once. This is in Taffy, but I'm going to declutter. The Revlon Skin Lights. This one is one of my favorite drugstore highlighters. I like to keep as much drugstore makeup as I can because, I mean, everyone wants to have like affordable dupes and affordable makeup. This is a dupe for Anastasia Amorezi. It's stunning. One of the best highlights. So we will definitely be keeping that one for sure. This is the Spongebob Wet n Wild highlight. I was keeping this kind of just for the packaging and stuff, but I think I can definitely let this go. I'm trying to hold on to too many things just for nostalgia reasons, but this is like straight up gold. It does not look good on me, so I'm going to declutter that one. This next one is from Nabla. I haven't really had a chance to use this much. It's in Ozone. Let's swatch it. It's gorgeous swatch, so I might hold on to this one and see how I like it on the cheeks. I did decide I'm going to go ahead and declutter the diamond one from Fenty. It's just too glittery. I'm trying to be as ruthless as possible. This Jouer highlight. They have some of the best highlighters. They're very like breakable though, very fragile. This is in Ice and it's a really pretty color. I have it swatched here. It has a little bit of a pinky gold finish to it, but I like how soft it is on the skin, so I think I want to hold on to that one. This Morphe Extra shade I've had for a very long time. I think it's time I let this one go. I have a lot of other drugstore highlights that I prefer. I think you can find this one at TJ Maxx though. And then I have two more of these Laura Mercier highlighters. These I really like from the brand. They're very shiny and gorgeous. This gold one I need to declutter though. This is Addiction. It's way too dark. But I think I will keep the Devotion color. This is more of that pinky pearl tone that I really like. So, I don't know. It's so beautiful though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. This is the Colourpop Cinderella Horse and Carriage highlight. They no longer sell this one. It used to be like so desired. Like this highlight is so pretty though. It's a beautiful color. Like look at that. It's like the prettiest icy white highlight, but I am going to declutter it. It's not really something I reach for. It is very blinding, but like I said, I don't go for the super blinding stuff these days. This Essence Pure Nude, I'm gonna go ahead and declare this one. It doesn't really have much shine to it. It's more of a matte-ish highlight. I'm gonna declutter that. Almost done with the powders. I do have this loose one. It's supposed to be with my loose highlights, but oh well. This is a stroboscope from the brand Moonplay. This I've had for many years. I feel like it's pretty old at this point, but I just love this color. I haven't pulled it out lately though, so I'm gonna put that in like a maybe pile because I'm not sure if I want to get rid of it yet. Benefit Cookie is such a good one. I definitely have to keep this in my collection. One of my favorites. This one I randomly bought from Give Me Glow when they were having like a Black Friday sale. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I'm just not a huge fan of this brand. This is a very icy white highlight called Snowflake. Another very icy highlight is this Tom Ford one. I picked this up at the CCO. It's pretty, but I just don't think it's necessary in my collection. It's a white gold. It gives a little bit of a sheen, as you guys can see it there. This one is called Gilt Glow. I'm gonna declutter that. And then I have this giant Laura Mercier highlight that I got for, I think, holiday last year. This I really don't like at all. It looks so dark in the pan, but when you swatch it, it like barely even gives off any glow. I don't know. It's a weird peachy color. I just think this is such a weird release from them. This was called Rose Prioette, I believe is how you say that, but I'm going to declutter. I'm also going to declutter all 4 of these minis too. I'm just not gravitating towards these. A lot of these are pretty old. Here's some of my like liquids and loose powders here. I'm definitely going to declutter this Amazing Cosmetics one. I just don't reach for this. This is so much product. I am going to keep my Auric one because I love how this looks on the skin. It's so natural looking. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the Morganite shade, so I always use this as a liquid highlighter. You can use it as like a primer as well. I also do want to hold on to my Charlotte Tilbury liquid highlight. I've been loving the cream and liquids lately. This one is in the shade Spotlight, so we will be keeping. I think I can definitely declutter the rest of these except for my Rare Beauty. I also really enjoy this liquid highlight. It's beautiful on the skin. This one is the Rare Beauty. It's in the shade Enlighten. I really enjoy that, so I'm going to keep, and then I'm just going to go ahead and declutter the rest of these. Jeffree Star, Juvia's Place. I have this Jaclyn one, but I don't really use my loose highlights very much. And then Milk Makeup, CoverGirl, and Iconic London are going to be decluttered. Alright, and then as far as my kind of face palettes go, I definitely don't want hardly any of these because I don't really reach for highlight palettes anymore. I have this Ofra one, which has been nice to have because it does have like a lot of their shades inside, but I just don't use highlight palettes, so I'm going to declutter. I'm thinking if there's any I even want to keep. I was on the fence of the Jaclyn one because I think the powders in this are stunning, but I think I would rather just buy a single of this and not have this huge compact taking up so much space in my makeup collection. So I might end up buying just a single from Ulta. So I think at this point I'm going to declutter all of these for sure. This Milk and Honey palette, these are not my colors at all. The Laura Lee, not really for me. It has a little bit of blush in there, but I just don't reach for this. This Dior one I used to like, but I've used this on people and it's such a powdery formula. I don't think it's very flattering on the skin at all. I used to like this MAC one a lot too, but it's pretty old, like probably like 4 years or even more than that. The Becca one I picked up at TJ Maxx just because it was really cheap, but I realized that all these colors are kind of crazy and I don't reach for this ever. And then the Jeffree Star Brain Freeze, I use only like one shade out of here. I like this Gold Breaker color, but I'm gonna declutter this one as well. I did decide to go ahead and also declutter the Norns highlight. I just don't think I'm gonna use it. I've used it like maybe once since I got it, and that was like earlier this year. So I will declutter that. And I am gonna declutter this Moon Play one too, just because it is pretty old and I don't really like these loose highlighters in this kind of a packaging. So I'm going to declutter that as well. I decided also to let go of the Jouer Ice highlight because I haven't used it a lot. I'm really wanting to narrow these down. Ideally, I wanted to only keep 10, but I realize that's really hard, but I am going to declutter this one. I've narrowed it down to 12 powders and 3 liquids as well in there. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm decluttering the rest. I'll have to count those up, but I'm happy with it. I really wanted to do 10, but just looking at it, I know I will love and use these, so I don't want to get rid of stuff just to get rid of it, and I think these are definitely top favorites in my collection, so this is what we're going to stick with. Here's the declutter pile. As you can see, this is definitely well over half. It's probably like 75% of my collection. I ended up keeping 15 and decluttering 58 highlighters, and I am so happy to do this because literally I never hardly wear highlighter these days, and highlighter used to be really big in my collection. That's why I've collected so many over the years, but it feels really good to be decluttering these. A lot of these will probably go up on my Poshmark for sale. All the ones that I purchased, anything that was gifted, I just give to my friends and family. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys for watching this declutter, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.